Metal Jesus, and I'm back again with Carlos, our resident TurboGrafx guru.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, that sounds official, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'll take it.
So what are you bringing to us today?
So we want to do TurboGrafx Shooters, and these are 10 of my favorite TurboGrafx Shooters.
Which I'm looking forward to this because, well, I don't have enough of these games in my collection, so I'm going to be learning as we go along.
You sure are.
All right, let's take a look.
Let's do it. First up is a popular one, Zonk.
I've heard of this.
Yes, it's based on Bonk.
Okay.
Bonk's Adventure. It's a shooter. It was actually developed by Red, who did Gate of Thunder.
Gate of Thunder.
Very good shooter.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And this has, he's got cool shades on, so that's bonus points there.
That's right.
This is fun because I love Bonk.
Yeah.
And it's kind of continuation of the series, but in a shooter.
Huh.
It's fun because you have basically power-ups that are like Bonk, so you can get small and big and all those kind of different things. And you can also do things like companion missiles, which is this huge missile that goes along with you.
Okay.
A lot of the games have those shooters
beside
you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then you can invincible. When you turn invincible, you literally turn it into a spaceship yourself.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really big sprites, fun, colorful, and I'd love it.
They need to bring back the Bonk series because
I would love it.
It used to be that there was a ton of these games, and it was really cool.
And they're really weird.
Yeah.
He was a spaceship.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense, of course, because is he a caveman or something?
Yeah, this is the future, so...
Future Bonk.
Things have changed.
Huh.
Yeah. All I see is really cool glasses now. Next up, we have Blazing Lasers.
I love this game.
Which most people know.
Yes, I actually own this game. I love this game.
So here's what's cool about Blazing Lasers. It was the first game for Turbo that I could be like, I have that game. I'm cool. TurboGrafx is cool, right?
Yeah, and actually, it's gotten more popular over the years, but I think at the time it wasn't really well known, or like it wasn't like Gradius or R-Type or something.
No. But when people saw it in action and the editors got a hold of it, they were like, "This is a pretty good game."
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was going against Genesis people and saying, "This is a game that's pretty good, right?"
Yeah.
Right. It was really funny is that the voice, there's kind of digitized voice in it. So whenever you get a power up, it's like shield,
right.
power.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
It feels overpowered to start, which I kind of like in some shooters, but then it gets crazier, more hectic later on.
Well, what I like about this game is that it is very noob friendly. Because while I like shooters, I'm not really great at them. I can get frustrated really quick, and I really appreciate the fact that you can buy this game, pop it in, and have fun immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
It's like the first level wants you to do awesome.
Yeah.
They're like, here's a bunch of power-ups.
Yeah.
But this also is one of those games where you have to be sure to not get the wrong power-up. Like, then you're kind of in trouble because the rest of the time you don't have what you want to shoot with. So. Also, fun fact, it was based on the movie Gunhead, some Japanese movie, Gunhead.
Huh.
Just found that out.
Who knew?
Not me. Up next is one I really like. Koryoon.
How do you spell that?
Koryoon.
Wow.
Yeah, real weird. You're a baby dragon.
Okay. Good start.
In the beginning of the game, there's a princess. She gets turned small, and for some reason that's a bad thing.
Huh.
A huge, bad guy turns her small.
Maybe you can step on her. I don't know.
I don't know. She was crying.
Oh, okay.
So way to make it. It was really serious.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You're like, maybe you could just step on her.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Get rid of her.
That would be kind of a negative, I guess.
It'd be like Mario.
Yeah.
So you, as a baby dragon, go out and try to, defeat evil as a shooter. So that's pretty much it. It's like Zonk in the fact that it's big sprites and very colorful.
Okay.
I like the fact that there's just really, really big characters on screen. But what's really uncomfortable and weird about it is that most of the characters, the enemies, pop out fruit when you kill them. So the screen gets all hectic because you're like, wait, am I supposed to dodge that? Oh wait, I want the apple.
Is that similar to how some shooters have coins that you'll collect or some sort of? Okay.
Yeah. So it's just tons of fruit. Remember Hudson Soft? Was it Adventure Island?
Oh, okay.
Those kind of fruits.
Okay.
Popping everywhere. Well, you saw it just here.
Yeah.
So besides that, because it's a little hectic on the screen, it's just a fun shooter to play because it feels good, the shooting feels good, and it's colorful characters. I like it.
Awesome.
And you're a dragon. Okay, next we have Dine.
I own this game. It's awesome.
Do you?
I do.
This is a weird cover. I think it's a really colorful, kidsy cover.
Right.
This is what they call cute shooters, or how do you call it?
Cute 'em up.
Cute 'em ups.
Yes.
Yeah. It's adorable.
Yeah, so cute.
It's cute. You're a little kid in a spaceship.
Yep.
And I actually like that about it because there's certain games where, you're just a spaceship, or if you can actually see the person inside, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And like I was telling you before the show, it's interesting because that was one of those games where growing up when there was no graphics, i.e. Pong and Atari,
right,
seeing some graphics and shading was pretty big deal.
Oh, yeah.
So this game was, really colorful, against bigger sprites, and even though it's a cute 'em up, it was still pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah, and I like how you drive into the store and you buy your upgrades.
Yeah.
Which, the first time that happened, I'm like, oh, this is awesome!
Yeah.
Like,
take a break from the shooting, go in and talk to an anime girl, and buy some power-ups.
Yeah, definitely an awesome game, so.
I love it. It's a cute 'em up, and I'm on board.
Yeah.
Here we go with the next one. I can't say the name ever, but Parodius?
That sounds right, actually.
Is it?
I think you nailed it.
Okay, good. It's a parody of Gradius.
Yes.
Right? And it's another cute 'em up.
Yep.
Really fun. I played Parodius Da, which I guess is a special Japanese version. People in the comments will correct me, I don't know.
I think there's a bunch of these, because I think recently we covered this on the Sega Saturn, I believe. There was a version of this. But yeah, these are really cool games.
These are cool. This one is called The Myth of Something. And again, you'll know and tell me in the comments. But it's real fun. In the beginning, you can actually pick what your ship is. A regular spaceship, an octopus, or a penguin. So, of course, I picked penguin.
Okay, of course.
Of course, it's a penguin. And they kind of show different, like in the very beginning, it shows the screen where here's your power-ups and here's how they'll go if you pick this ship, etc.
Okay.
It's fun. It kind of starts slow and you get these little candies, but then you really quickly get your speed up. One hit and you're dead, so that's not cool. And it's just unusual because they're basically parodying, these kind of games.
I love these kind of games. The fact that they don't take them too serious. I mean, it's cool that they did this.
Yeah. Also cool, the first stage boss is a cat boat.
Cat boat.
It's a big cat head,
why not?
and there's a boat. That made me love it more.
Yeah, totally.
Next up is one that I remember enjoying the cover a lot, which was Psychosis.
Okay.
So this is a TurboGrafx game that was trying to say, hey, we're a shooter, but we're also weird and confusing, and it's a nightmare zone you're in. I don't know if that was that commercial, but... and the beginning of the game actually starts with static. So like a staticky TV screen.
Oh, really? So you're like, what's
going on? Yeah. What's wrong with my shooter? It starts with static. You have power-ups. Your power-ups actually rip space and time and pop out of the sky.
This sounds awesome.
Yeah. It's like the blue sky. You'll see the blue sky and it'll rip, and then a power-up will come out of it.
Huh. Interesting.
I think they were really playing with this idea of like you're in your mind, mental stuff. There's insects, which are really creepy, and a lot of like weird veins and stuff in the background. And then when you die, the end screen, there's a gremlin, which is real scary.
This sounds crazy.
Yeah. Psychosis. You need to get that if you have a TurboGrafx.
This is the opposite of a cute 'em up.
That is not cute. It's a scary 'em up. Okay, it had to include R-Type.
I know. R-Type was on so many systems at the time.
Yeah.
And it's always great.
It's a great game to have. The power-ups are good. You can actually power up your shot. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Hold the button down longer. And I love having that in a shooter.
Yep.
It's got these little bits, I guess they're called, the ones that would go around you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Again, these companion things that happen in shooters. I like that. And again, at the time, the graphics were kind of amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And actually, at that time, I tried to get R-Type on every system that I owned.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just loved it so much.
Yeah.
So definitely a great game.
It's a classic. You got to have it.
Yep.
Okay, next up is Sinistron. So this game is also a very cool cover. Very big graphics again. I like the big graphics.
Yeah.
Back in the day, again, it was kind of an impressive thing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, seeing big sprites on the screen, it was like, holy crap. Like, wow, my home console can do this.
Yeah, it can handle all those sprites. I remember China Warrior. China Warrior was like a Double Dragon kind of game. Okay. And you had one huge big character on the screen, and it was like the size of the screen. Yeah. I was like, Mom, come and see this.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think if I said that, but so you have a big ship. It's slow to start. A lot of these shooters, literally hard to maneuver in the beginning, but it's beautiful looking. The graphics are awesome, and yeah, there's nothing really much more to it. It's just the fact that it's a big sprites and it feels like Gradius, and it's great.
Yeah, I mean the TurboGrafx just had so many of these great games. So yeah, it's like wow, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Okay, so this next one I've never played when it came out, but I got it some other way digitally. Can we say that on the show?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I found a ROM of it. it's not a curse word.
No.
Because I love me some other like actual cartridges.
No, I mean,
but I couldn't find this one.
I mean, honestly, you know, my take is ROMs are nice to kind of jump in and sort of see, hey, do I even want to spend 40, 50, 60, or sometimes more money on this game? I don't know if I like it. So
that's a great thing. It's like a demo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this one is Salamander is the original name of it, and then Life Force is what it changed to.
And I think I have a version of Life Force on the Genesis or something like that.
Yeah, it definitely got ported around a lot.
Yeah, it was a cool game.
There's something zen about it, because the fact that the actual environment at times moves.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. That can be very stressful. Because you're like, holy crap, like it's closing in on...
Literally the ground, like boulders, and then there's just one part with horns or spikes or something.
Yeah.
And you just think you got past the stage, and then here comes a huge spike.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed the way that they mess with the environment in there.
It's very unique, actually. This is a pretty cool game.
Yeah. Salamander. Okay, and to finish off the list, I have a combination of 3 games in one slot. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah. I mean, more bang for the buck.
Yeah,
that's what we're all about here.
That's what she said?
I think so. I think she might have said that.
She might have said that.
Yeah.
It's the Star Soldier series.
Oh,
right?
I've heard of it. You know, I've never played this, but...
What?
I know.
We got to fix that
That's
situation.
because I never find these games out in the wild. And as you know, I'm a collector, and so I've never seen them.
Well, let's go looking.
Okay.
Super Star Soldier, probably one of the best ones.
I've heard that.
It's a great game. These are all vertical, right? Soldier Blade, I actually like the best out of probably all the whole series.
Okay.
It's very fast. You're very overpowered. Like we were talking about earlier with blazing lasers, you can kind of get right into it.
Yeah.
But then it gets pretty hectic. And like I was saying, it really feels like a Zen kind of thing when you get into this.
Yeah.
Because you have so much weapons, but at the same time, there's so much going on the screen.
Yeah.
You just kind of get in a Matrix mode.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah. And the last of the 3 is Final Soldier.
Okay.
Which is also a very good game, very busy, lots of, shooting going on, satellite buddies, which I like.
Yeah.
And basically it's just awesome, and like you get in that zone with it,
Now these 3 games, are they separate, like, hue cards, or are they all on one, or how does that...
Yeah, they're separate games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like, I think 4 in the series.
I got you.
There might be more, again, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of them have that same feel.
Okay.
You just kind of get in the zone with it, and a lot of overpowering, really great.
We alluded to this earlier, that the TurboGrafx, for whatever reason, was excellent with these shooters.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny how that worked out. I mean, I think if you get into the TurboGrafx, this is one of the first ways that you should get into it, is basically go out and buy a bunch of shooters for it.
Yep.
I mean, platformers are also really good on the system.
The processing power of the TurboGrafx is perfect for it.
Yep.
I feel like there was hardly ever any slowdown with shooters.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, whatever happened with that, like, there was other things that games that had trouble. But shooters are fine.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but on the controller itself, it also has the turbo built in.
It built in. It's basically saying, like, you need to play shooters on the system.
Yes.
Because there's 2 turbo buttons right above each one, 1 and 2.
Yep.
So yeah, and by the way, a lot of these games that we talked about tonight, today, whenever you're watching it, is you can actually hold the button down. I think that's what I was thinking about earlier. You can actually hold the button down and really just get in the moment with it.
And actually, that's a good point, is that it used to be that these were button mashers, and you would just sit there and you just, like, your thumb, whatever, your index finger, it was a nightmare. And I really do like how these shooters evolved over time to where just hold the damn button down. You're shooting all the time anyways, why not?
Yeah, and there's actually one game, and I forgot which one it was, that lets you, it says in the beginning, do you want auto mode or manual mode for your power-ups?
Nice. Oh, okay.
So whenever you hit one button, it would just do your power-up.
That's nice.
Like, occasionally.
Yeah.
So I love that. So
because most of the time you're dodging anyways, right?
Yeah,
that's the hard part.
You're trying to survive, people. Yeah. So that's just a few shooters, and there's definitely more.
Yes, and if we miss some, we'd love to know down in the comments below, because we're always looking for new stuff to play.
Yeah, totally.
All right, guys. Well, hey, man, thanks very much for coming on the podcast.
No
or podcast, a video.
It's a vidcast.
The TV show.
We're on the television.
All right, man. Speaking of which, he runs a really awesome podcast, so why don't you pimp that?
Oh, yeah, Video Game Break. Oh, okay. Video Game Break podcast. It's like picking up. People are listening, and we're having a fun time. Kinsey from this channel Sarah, you know, she's a kind of official, unofficial co-host.
Yep.
She's on most of the time.
Yeah.
And we just did a Dragon Age Inquisition spoiler cast, which was over 2 hours of Dragon Age talk.
And
real nerdy.
Another thing that's really cool about that podcast is that you have a lot of developers on there too, a lot of indie developers.
Yeah.
And so you get a little bit deeper into that sort of angle of it, which I find really fascinating.
Yeah, we'll bring on friends and we'll just talk about the newest games and news, but we also bring on people like that make new games and stuff like that. It's great. So Video Game Break, we're on the iTunes and Stitcher, all those kind of things.
You guys should definitely check it out. I also sometimes link to it on my website. So
cool.
All right. Well, thanks very much for watching my channel, and thanks for subscribing.
Thank you. But we said the thing at the same time.
If you are into collecting for the TurboGrafx, and frankly, everyone should be because the system's awesome, you're in luck because Carlos and I did 2 other videos of hidden gems for the system. Lots of awesome games in those videos, so definitely check them out. Also, subscribe to my channel. I release a new video every week, and check out my website, MetalJesusRocks.com. All right, thanks for watching.